The picture is just heart-stopping. A Medina County veteran and his son are badly hurt after a horrific crash between their motorcycle and a truck while they were in the Philippines. The family desperate to get them back to the U.S. for treatment. Michelle Nix with the developing story.
It's been a struggle being that we're on the other side of the world and not able to just even be there to hold his hand.
Jasmine Howry of Wadsworth is a daughter desperate to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars and get proper medical care for her father and brother and bring them home, back to the United States.
I love them more than anything in this world, and then I just want to bring them home.
U.S. Navy veteran Mark Howry of Medina County and his 12-year-old son Cole were both critically injured last week as they visited family in the Philippines. A semi-truck slammed into their motorcycle head-on. While Jasmine's brother has bleeding on the brain, doctors expect him to recover, but she fears her dad won't make it if he doesn't get real medical help fast.
My dad is in critical condition. He has multiple broken bones. His brain is swelling, his brain is bleeding, collapsed lung. The way the doctors in the Philippines explained it was that like his face was broke off from his skull. Care in the Philippines, it's a third world country, so the hospital is doing as best as they can, but it's just not, you know, what we're used to here in the States, and it's definitely not the care that my dad needs because he's on a ventilator as well right now. So he can't breathe on his own.
The hospital in the Philippines won't accept his insurance, and the family has been told they need to pay before her father can be treated. Even lawmakers have not been able to help.
It's going to be roughly between $5,000 and $7,000 a day. Spread the word. If you believe in religion, just say a prayer.
But during our interview, just as Jasmine was telling me, the family would need to raise upwards of $300,000 for an air ambulance to bring her father and brother home. It seems the American spirit saved the day because a friend and business owner has agreed to pay the entire amount to bring a Navy veteran and his son home. Jasmine's mother, Susie Howry, is in tears after just taking the call that has answered their prayers.
He just paid $300,000 to get your dad back to the clinic.
Oh my God.
Through happy tears and hugs, there's shock and surprise that a friend has gifted them a miracle and will fly Jasmine's dad and brother back to the United States and the Cleveland Clinic.
Someone that kind. I mean, $300,000, that's a house.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm like shaking.
Reporting in Medina County, Michelle Nix, 19 News.